Right now, we're going to talk about Anderson Seafood. This is a company that's been in the industry for 40 years. They supply the highest white linen tablecloth restaurants and chefs around the country, and they've been doing so for 40 years. This is a wild caught cod offer that is potato crusted, so they're basically already prepped for you. And I want you to think about it. This is Alaskan wild caught cod that has been de-skinned, cleaned, deboned, then lightly breaded with the potato crusting, and it's all ready to prepare. All you have to do is put it in the air fryer or oven, and you're good to go. Here's the deal. The price on this goes up at the end of the day. This is the first day we're presenting this with auto delivery as an option, and that will lock you into a shipment every 60 days for 1 full year. So if you know that you want to have a crusted cod in your freezer, then please ask about the auto delivery. The price is $113.20 for what you see here, but that price does go up at the end of the day. Each one of these servings is 21 grams of protein and yet only 160 calories. So this is the center of the plate. If you put some rice or some great veggies with it, you can really have a protein packed but low calorie meal on your table in just minutes. All right, we don't have a whole lot of these available, 500 remaining. Rick Roman is our chef and good friend, and Rick is our Valentine. If you were here, I would throw you a pretzel, I promise.
I love it. Well, Jane, it's great to be with you. And what a great thing to have for Valentine's Day. First of all, you just said it. This is wild caught fish from those Alaskan cold waters. So you don't have any of those farm feedings that you're not sure of. And the cod is such a mild, sweet fish. And I'm just going to come up close on the camera here because I want to show you something here. I want to show you how delicate and moist this fish is. When I break into this, you see the color of that gorgeous white cod. That's what you get with wild caught. It's not grayed out, but then look at the crust. It's not a heavy crust. It's a delicate crust. And no, that's a great shot in the studio there, Jane. You can see it's not overwhelming the fish. So you got a little potato, a little bit of cheddar, and a little bit of chive in there. So the flavor is perfect. And you just said 160 calories? Are you kidding me? For a center of the plate wild caught entree.
I know, that looks good. And the work has already been done. That's the part that I always stress. And Rick, true story, I saw that this was going to be coming up on our show. And when I saw that it was in here, I thought, oh my gosh, I so want a piece of like battered cod. And I was at home and I said to my husband, do we have any cod in the freezer? And he was like, yeah, why? And I'm like, can we like make like a battered cod? He looked at me like I was crazy. He's like, Jane Ann, no. When both names are involved,
right,
it's Jane Ann,
right,
then there's no chance, okay?
No, right.
So he's like looking at me like I'm crazy, but that's really what happened. Like I thought about it and I thought, oh my gosh, that would be so good right now. But we didn't do it, clearly, because it's just too much work. And not for anything, I do love the idea of having the fish, but if I had to do it myself, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
And Jane, let me just show you. This is how it comes, individually frozen, just like this. You take it from the freezer, cut this open, put it onto a sheet pan or in your air fryer. This I did in the oven right here. I just want to show you. All you have to do is cook it at 400 degrees. The last couple minutes, I put the broiler on.
Okay.
And I'm just going to show you. This is what you have in about 20 minutes. And again, you just break in
from
and you
frozen,
see,
right, Rick?
From frozen,
right.
From frozen. And look how moist that cod is. It just melts in your mouth. That perfect crust that's not heavy on the fish. You can see it's not a thick crust. It's a delicate crust. So you get that great flavor. You have an entree, put it on a salad, even put this as a sandwich. Throw this on a nice crusty roll and you have a great sandwich.
Well, here's what's happening. We only have 300 available. And like I said, this is the first time that we have offered auto delivery on this. And that is including the auto delivery. So if you want to have these in the freezer, and once again, because they come individually frozen, you can take out one or as many as you want, two. They're big too. Look at the size of that. That is a hearty entree. If you want to get them with auto delivery, that will ship automatically every 60 days, and definitely place your order for it now so you don't miss out. That item number is M83319. And if your center of the plate is something like this, then how do you prepare it, Rachel? And what would you have with it? What's your preference?
Oh my heavens. I would prepare it exactly the way that Chef Ricky Roman shares with us to prepare it, but I would actually probably have asparagus with it. Asparagus is my jam.
Okay.
I don't know, it's always asparagus. So
Okay.
protein and a vegetable. Looks really pretty though, but the other thing is that it's always something we have at our house because we do beef, chicken, and then seafood because we've got pescatarians in the family. So you have to have something for that flavor profile. And I know that these are going so fast, like whenever we have these on, they kind of fly out of here, and part of it is
the
because
flying fish.
Right? The flying fish. It's because it's so tasty, right, Chef Ricky Roman?
And describe the flavor of
with
cod
you.
for somebody who might not know.
So that's the thing I love about this fish. It's a very mild, sweet flavor, and it's such a moist kind of melt in your mouth fish. So it's got a nice body, but not that heavy oil like maybe a richer fish like salmon. And I'll say it again, this is wild caught, and it's Anderson Seafoods. 40 years they've been in business, providing the finest restaurants and the pickiest chefs the best seafood. Well, now this comes right to your door, and you have it on your plate in 25 minutes frozen.
It's kind of like a full meal, though, isn't it, Chef? Because you've got potato in here.
Oh,
What
yeah.
else is it? It's cod, and what else do you have?
So the potato crust has a little bit of hint of chive and cheddar cheese.
Yes.
So the cheese gives it just like a little umami, a little that richness on the palate to go with that sweet fish. It is delicious.
It's the flavor. It's like the flavor that you get when you go to the 5-star linen restaurants. And you can have those flavors at home, and you didn't have to do all the work. Just like everything else we talk about, this is gourmet food that is prepared perfectly. These are companies that do it for the restaurants, and now you have the ability to have it at home. Here is your offer. You have all of this coming your way at $113.20, at least for the next 20 or 200 people or so. Is that right, Frank? There's about 200 left. So if you are one of the folks in the process of placing your order for it now, you're going to get it now. If you wait, the price goes up tomorrow, so don't do that. First time with auto delivery, that 200 we have remaining includes the auto deliveries, which will ship every 60 days for 1 year. And wild caught is so important. And it's important to know where your fish is coming from, right, Rick?
Yeah, source is everything. First of all, Anderson Seafood, being wild caught, those are difficult things to find out in the market, and you know it's the pure classic expression of the fish because it's not fed anything other than what it eats in the wild. And you know what? Freezer to oven or air fryer would be easier.
Well, that is last call now, and if you are in the process of placing your order, do it, and if not, then you've just missed out. Rick, thank you so much. Oh wait, you'll be back? Are you back later?
No.
Yeah.
No, this is it.
Was that it for you? Just one and done? Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, Chef Ricky
one.
Roman.
Thanks, Chef.
Thank you. Thanks, Jane. Thanks, Rachel. Have a good day.